Stream starting soon.
Stream starting soon.
Okay.
Stream starting soon.
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 3, 2, 1.
Hello. That's going to be my head the entire rest of the day.
I know, right? Seriously.
Oh, man.
What's up, everyone? Yeah, I know. Like, sorry for the delay on that.
Sorry about that.
It was
real sorry.
It was like playing live, but I hadn't clicked the go live button onto YouTube. So Jonah and I are just having this like awesome dance party.
Yeah, we were.
And we got to listen to it twice.
Yeah, if you thought that song got old halfway through. Oh, yeah. Anyways.
Well, welcome everyone to Youth Group Live. It is July. We have been doing Youth Group Live since March.
Oh my
You know,
goodness.
the best news, we're going to talk about announcements. The best announcement of the night is that 2020 is halfway over already. So
Yeah, that's true.
yes. Hey, speaking of announcements, got a few things to quickly talk about before we get into our topics for tonight. This first one, let me get this on the screen here, let me get this typed out. Put it into the chat real quick. This is for our live event. So we actually had our first live event this past Sunday night with a movie night. So give us a shout out in the chat if you made it to our live event on Sunday night. But I'm going to show you real quick how to sign up for that. Well, kind of. I'm going to share my screen here. There we go. So you can see this is actually from my end of things that we have a full house on both of our next two game nights. These game nights are 6:30 to 9 p.m. But this is important. There's a waiting list option when you're able to sign in. Be sure to put your name on the waiting list if you're not already signed up, because inevitably we'll have a couple of students probably need to drop out on July 5th. So put your name on the waiting list. We can only have this many people because of the capacity of having just 25 people on campus at a time. And that includes a couple of adults to help manage things. So yeah, be sure to get your name on here for July 5th and July 12th, at least on the waiting list if you haven't already done that. Cool. Couple other announcements. Game night, you had a brief change for this week, or kind of a change back to normal.
Yeah. So for junior high, we are doing games night on Thursday. We didn't last week. So it's kind of our first, in-person youth group event. Also, fantastic fun by Mr. Lampin over there. Literally, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be doing games nights tomorrow night via Zoom. Same link that we always use, which is the link that you're going to use tonight as well. We'll still send the link out tomorrow. So, yeah.
Awesome. And for high school, we will once again be on for shepherding groups for both junior high and high school afterwards. But high school will be doing our game nights after shepherding groups tonight until 10. So that's for the game night. That's tonight. We have this weekend. We also have CIY coming up. Wow, the end of this month is CIY. So CIY Move is July 27th through 30th. And we still actually have some space in CIY Move. Actually, we have, I believe it is 3 spaces. 3 spaces left for Move, and we can't exceed that at this point. Junior high has a lot more room than that, but we want to make sure that we have, get a full house for junior high as well. We did some awesome planning with the student leadership team on Sunday night. Mm-hmm. And I do know, at these events, we're going to have things like Color Wars. At least high school is going to have an epic Capture the Flag event. We'll have, Olympics. We're going to have the CIY live stream, which is going to be really good, as well as, at least the plan is now, to have things like Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, Chipotle, all catered because we can't actually make the food on site. I know it's not as good as Mr. Landol's food.
That's a high bar to reach. But Chick-fil-A is pretty good. Chick-fil-A is like a close second.
It's a close second. Remember from last week, we left Mr. Landel hashtag. Mm-hmm. Okay, so just remember that. But because of restrictions, we have to do Chick-fil-A and not Mr. Landel or Chipotle or Panda or some other awesome things that we're gonna feed you guys. So the food's gonna be good, but the fellowship is gonna be even better. So the end of July, 27th through 30th, it is $99 for high school. Mix is junior high, and that's the day after. So it's a Friday through Sunday, July 31st through August 2nd. And that is going to be $79 for that. And we have some epic prizes, like really good prizes. We have some games that are really awesome setup, as well as just the CIY experience is also going to be really good this year as usual. So this is true. This is true. Way better than OSU. And what she's referring to specifically is the fact that the cafeteria situation with CIY wasn't always the best. So to be able to have, be able to have Chick-fil-A or something like that, or Chipotle is just that much better. And if you want to, I just thought about this. Like last week, how I had the bread competition, and I made a taco with waffles. Those were Chipotle ingredients, so I could have some like freezer waffles if anyone really wants to do that. Yeah, that'd be pretty epic. Any other announcements I'm missing for this week?
Well, John, today's a special day.
It is a special day.
It's one of my favorite days of the entire year.
That is true. And, it is actually a day, so you think about turning the calendar to July, and we think about celebrating the birth of a great North American nation, and you see around all the time, you see like the bright red colors, white colors, just everywhere these days. And we're just thrilled today to celebrate Canada Day. Yes, it is Canada Day.
My favorite day. I love
Canada.
it.
Yes. I am so excited. Yeah, this is a fun fact for me. I am actually a Canadian citizen, believe it or not. So Canada, they are a little bit more generous with giving away their citizenships than most nations. But my mother was born in Canada. She's a first generation actually immigrant from Canada. And because of that, I have a natural Canadian citizenship because my mother was actually born in Saskatchewan, Canada. So she moved to Texas. There's actually a funny story where she actually and her family got deported because they moved here illegally. They didn't know that they did. And then my grandfather was burning trash in his front yard, which is very illegal in California to do. And so they got deported and had to like go through that process and come back. And it's kind of traumatic. Anyway, so yes, Canada. Oh, we got some good comments. Okay.
Amazing. Yeah. Where's the Timmy's? Dude, don't remind me that it's not here. I'm already hurting enough, man. I think Ben said, where's the Tim Hortons? Like, I wish here. I miss my frozen lemonades and Canadian maples and double doubles.
That's right.
You know.
Well, we have some Canadian trivia for you guys tonight. And the first one, talk about, provinces, right? I just mentioned a province that my mother was born in. And what we want to do is actually test you guys on the provinces of Canada. Provinces of Canada, there are, it's actually 10
many,
provinces, 10 provinces and 3 territories.
There we
go. Can you pull up that little quiz real quick? So no one is allowed to Google this. If you Google it, don't put an answer. But I want us as a chat. Here we go. I'm going to share a screen here. I want us just as a chat here to try to name all 13 provinces or territories of Canada. And we have 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get it a lot faster than that. So go ahead and hit play quiz. There'll be a 10-second delay, but let's see if we can do this.
Okay, let's go. I'm looking at the chat.
All right, guys, on the chat, we are not going to.
I'm only going to put ones I got like 7 in like a minute.
That's
Ooh, there you go.
Quebec. Good job, Peyton.
We got 2. Nobody said my province yet.
Oh, they're not showing up. Oh,
there we go. Oh, there we go. I have no idea if that's how to spell it. No idea. It knows what I'm trying to say. I got it right. I got it right.
Someone actually said it. Perfect. Got you. Yukon?
Northern Washington. I saw Yukon. Oh, I misspelled this now.
Oh man. Okay.
This is more testament to how. Oh man. How do you spell it?
Oh, Jonah, you're struggling right now.
Okay, wait. Okay, we'll go UConn. We'll go UConn. Put 2 R's before. Wait a minute.
2 R's. Yep.
Put 2 R's. What? Not seeing it. I literally typed the one earlier. Worked out. Okay. The other one I have down. Finally.
Yeah, Newfoundland.
Which that's where the best
that should be the obvious one, right?
Yep, somebody got BC.
Okay, I'm trying to see what
Idaho, California, Michigan. Yep.
Did you get none of it?
I don't know if they said none of it, did they? Maybe they did. Wait a minute. How do you spell these things?
Audux said Nunavut. I think that's right. VUT.
N-A-V-U-T. Oh. Ah, there we go.
There it is.
It's in Russia, Putin. My favorite province.
We've got British Columbia already. What are we missing?
Well, I know some of the ones that we're missing. I know all 3 that we're missing.
Is it? It's not Northern Territories. Isn't it Northwest Territories?
Whoop.
Or is it territory?
There we go.
There we go. It is Northwest. Okay. So what are we missing? So there's that one right in the middle.
There's one. Yeah, there's one right in the middle. Pretty big one. Winnipeg is its capital, I think. Yep. Somebody got it.
There it is. Someone finally said it. Okay. What are we missing? I can't see it on the
small one. Small.
By Nova Scotia.
Yeah, small one by Nova Scotia.
Oh, I don't even know if I know that one. You said Prince Edward Island.
I think we got PEI. Yeah, we got PEI already. I don't think I might know this one. Wait.
There we got Manitoba. That's in there.
We got Manitoba. They might be have out on the label. We got Manitoba.
Oh man.
Jonas, Slovenia, of course. What is it? I feel like I probably which one could it be?
I knew it was Newfoundland. Is it really Newfoundland?
Oh, there we go.
That's it. New Brunswick with a K.
There we go. Amazing, guys.
Well done. All right.
Most of that was me trying to. Or I guess I typed in Northern Territories and spelled that right.
Good job with
well done.
Trivia.
Pretty good.
Very nice.
I'm impressed. Average score is 80%. We got 100. We're an above average youth. There's also like 24 of us in total. But
that's true.
we still did it.
That's pretty good.
24 of us collectively are above average.
Yes.
So that's pretty. I guess that's good.
I feel empowered by the moose hat. I think that's why.
I know. I was using my flag too. I have a Canadian flag, but I couldn't find it.
It's because it's inside your house right now.
Yeah.
That's clearly why.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Well, doing all this Canadian research, none other than inspired me, especially being a Canadian citizen, about possibly moving to Canada, right? So what if we played a game? So you want to move to Canada. So more trivia, guys. More trivia.
More trivia. Also, I'd like to point out the fact that I get a lot of grief for being Canadian, but John's actually Canadian.
Yeah, Jonas not actually.
I have no citizenship.
He's not actually Canadian. He's just spent more time in Canada than I
just say sorry funny.
Yeah.
And washroom and other things like that. Anyways, old habits die hard.
Yes. So with this game, I want to participate and see if I can actually do well. I did not review this game today before showing it. So we're going to see how well we do, okay?
Let's go.
So go ahead and participate, everyone, with this.
Mm-hmm.
Go first. License plates from the Northwest Territories are in the shape of a moose, an igloo, a polar bear, or a maple.
I know this one. I think I know this one. Maybe. Every Hallmark movie filmed there. I will say this. My college had several Hallmark movies filmed while I was there. So I think there is something between Canada and Hallmark for some reason.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what it is. I'm not sure.
I feel like it's not a maple leaf. That's a different.
It's a hard shape to like put a plate on, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And it's also like Is Northwest Territories where Santa lives? You know that Santa's address is actually in Canada.
Wait, does Santa have a Canadian accent?
I don't know.
Maybe he does.
He's been so Americanized by all the media.
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
His
thinking it's
address
B.
is actually in Canada. And get this, notice that Santa Claus wears Canadian colors.
Wait a minute,
throw that
what?
out there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He's like, what if he's like their Uncle Sam? We just have like
That's
used him
right.
wrong.
Well, I'm gonna go with polar bear
Yeah, I also think it's polar bear.
because it could be igloo, but yeah,
I think
It
it's polar
is.
bear.
polar bear.
Yeah, I think I've seen him before. That's
Is
why I
it
was like,
that shape though? Like it's not as
yeah.
like I actually want to take my car up there and get it registered. So I can have that. Like that's really
I know,
awesome.
how rad is that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Also, hey, they got Canada Day on there. You guys get the reference, July 1st.
That's
You know,
what,
the date.
that's right.
We get that one now. Yep. I think I've seen it before. I somehow knew that.
Canada is the world's most educated country.
Mm.
Many Canadians have college degrees. Oh, what's the like minimum?
I don't know. I don't know what an average like
I don't know.
college
what-
degree is. I have no context for this.
Oh man,
Probably not D. D is like the insane.
That's insane. I'm gonna go with like 35%.
Yeah, I'm also thinking 35. I'm thinking either 35 or 50. One of the two middle ones. I'll go 50 for parity's sake.
Okay,
I think 35, but I'll say 50 for the sake of a controversy. There we go.
50%.
Yeah, I did not know that, but
Wow.
I took the Lotus Traveled, and that's made all the difference.
Pretty legit. Okay, 50%.
Yeah.
Canada's really cold. What is the lowest recorded temperature?
I think it's in Winnipeg. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's in Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. It's got to be like. It's got to be one of those.
Winnipeg's the third coldest city for year-round temperature in the world, I think.
Is it really? But isn't
Yeah.
that one of the, like that's like the lower half, right? Like, wouldn't it be like?
You'd think so. I don't know. I also know something with like proximity to water as well. Because if you're near to water, you have like more stable temperature. So I don't know.
This one. I believe.
You know this one?
It's the Celsius conversion that's confusing to me. I think it is actually A.
I'm gonna go C. I'm gonna go C. We're gonna
Negative
be real cold.
28.3. Oh man.
It'd be pretty insane.
What would happen to someone if it was negative 4,000? That's
Yeah, I probably not D.
yeah.
You're at like
B.
0 Kelvin there or whatever.
It is A. Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Wait, on Earth? Okay, that's insane too. Though, what on Earth?
Oh wow, on Earth. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness,
All right, next one.
craziness.
Can you consume more of what than the rest of the world? Oh my goodness. Is it like, oh man, is it like per capita? I think it's like more than everyone else.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking A. From
Firewood?
like personal experience of living in like northern communities a little bit. They go through tons of firewood. There's not as much electricity up north, but there's still a lot of people, you know, and like they don't have as many other ways of like heating themselves beyond firewood. Maple syrup, I feel like that maple syrup's a bait. That's a bait answer. That answer is there because you think it's gonna be maple syrup.
Yeah, I think it's a big answer. I think, yeah, for sure.
I think it's firewood.
Would it really be mac and cheese? Like, it has to be.
They do love. They call it KD there too. They call Kraft mac and cheese KD for Kraft dinner, exclusively.
Oh my
It's the only name they call it, which I found weird. Yeah, I think it's firewood. This one's gone off a little bit of
I think it was actually
experience.
what Will Lampinen said. That was what I thought too. Milk in a bag. I think that it's
Oh, that's the.
all right. Let's
the
see
answer
what
there.
the answer
I think
is.
it's got to be firewood.
Mac and
What?
cheese.
Really? What on earth?
Ready for citizenship. There we go.
Wow.
Yes.
Huh. Okay. Bye, Sarah.
Sarah has called it. Very nice.
Have a good one.
That's awesome. Okay. Let's get some
That's
KD.
fantastic.
Okay, that you called it craft dinner, KD?
They call it KD.
All right.
Mhm.
The capital of Canada is what?
I know this one.
I know this one too. We'll
Yeah.
let the people answer.
My college actually had a program where people could go like live there for a semester and then do like work there. So I have some friends that have been there. I know this one.
One of those answers is a province.
That's true. We'll see if anyone gets. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
There's also blank city for the province one. So I thought that might be what it's trying to say.
I'll give you a hint. Their hockey team is named the
Perhaps.
Senators, so that makes
Yeah.
sense why the Senators would be
Mhm.
this particular capital.
Yeah.
All right, and the answer is Ottawa, fourth largest
Mhm.
city, seating more than 900,000 residents. Yes. Okay.
Interesting. Ooh.
Canada is an Iroquoian. How do you say that?
Iroquois.
Language. I don't know.
Yeah.
Word meaning land of many moose. CA meaning holy, and nada meaning craft cold. C village or D casino.
One of A seems most likely. But B seems like the best answer, right?
I feel like people would give it a generic name like village.
And here's the thing too.
The whole country.
I think it might be. I think it might be village. Because here's my thought process, right? Why would they have called it the land of many moose if they hadn't been elsewhere? How did they know how many moose the average place had, right?
That's true.
Because even in Canada, moose are still like you'll see more common animals than moose. That's why I think it's probably not A, probably not B, probably not D. I'm thinking maybe C. Land of giant Canadian goose. Oh no, it's a place I would not want to live.
It is C.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
fantastic!
Wow. That makes a lot of sense. I think they do a good job of preserving their native culture, which is great.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. More than any other country in the world, Canadians consume the most.
Any other country? So
it's like the.
Oh, I think I know it.
Like the mac and cheese question. Just
this is the same thing, which means it's probably not one of these answers that was on both. And maybe people are saying C.
That's right. That's a big answer.
I think I know what it is.
I think I do too.
Yeah, if you know Canadian fast food chains.
That's right.
A hint. Yeah, it's got to be that. As an American living in Canada, I started consuming way more of these than at any other point in my life. Way more than I have. Nope.
I would say it
goes like out there.
I think your picture's lagging out actually. Is someone microwaving in your house? Whenever someone microwaves in the carpenter house, that they're frozen. I'm gonna go with. I don't think it's sugar because that's it's got to be like a European country or the United States. They eat a lot of sugar. I'm gonna go with.
Oh, there we go. I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, I gotta go donuts for sure.
All right, you're back. All right, sweet.
Yep. Sorry. Definitely donuts.
Donuts. Yep.
Easy.
Most donut shops per capita.
Yeah. Yeah. Tim Hortons is huge.
Canada Pro tip. That's right. The national anthem of Canada is the North American national animal Canada. The North American what?
I don't know if
moose seems like
yeah, but is it too obvious? If it wasn't moose, they would definitely put moose on here. They also probably, I feel like it's beaver, which is another one they would definitely put on here. North American, but also are there beavers? There's not any beavers up. No, there's beavers outside North America. Anyways, I'm thinking it's either C or D. I feel like it's D. I think it's beaver.
It is.
Although, obviously, it's. There we go. Hey, there we go.
That's funny. Embrace me. That's right. Hey, all you OSU fans, there we go. All the more reason.
Embrace me.
Way cooler than some eagle. All right. Oh, I want you to read this question. Can you read it? Oh, you froze again. All right, let me read it.
I went from the beaver state to the beaver.
All right, are you with me?
I keep freezing. Yes. occasionally.
Okay,
Until I'm
great.
not, I'm with you.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and read this. All right. The national motto of Canada is A Marie Usk Admar, meaning from sea to sea,
Mhm.
a moose for every man, one man's trash is another
Inspiring.
man's treasure, or a land of many uses.
Imagine getting this like very cool sounding French phrase like tattooed on you, only to find out it means a moose for every man. Amazing. That'd be fantastic. Oregon just copied Canada, basically. I feel like Oregon and Canada are actually really similar. At least BC and Oregon are.
If you are someone who's familiar with the Latin language, like
Yeah.
Even Spanish, you might be able to recognize this
hmm
because
Yeah.
it's French. So I'm definitely going to say A for that reason.
Yeah, same here. That's what I was thinking. I'm pretty sure I also think I've heard that before.
B to C. Yep.
hmm
Spanning 6 time zones, second largest country after Russia. That's impressive.
hmm
All right. A mysterious lake monster that has been seen in Lake Okanagan is called
That's amazing.
Bessie, Craigor, Justin Trudeau,
Amazing. That's an amazing option.
or Ogopogo.
I think I know this one.
Do you?
Yeah,
That'd be funny if it was Bessie after copying.
that'd be
Nessie.
pretty funny. Maybe it is.
You're saying, which one did you say?
I said I think it's I think I know it, but I think it's Ogopogo.
Okay, I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Craigor. That sounds cool. Someone,
see.
if you get a pet, name it whatever this is.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I knew that one.
I want someone to name their dog that. That would be.
That's actually not a bad dog name.
No, it's
Ogopogo?
not. Yeah, Ogopogo.
hmm
All right. Canada has more of what than any
Mm.
in the world? Oh man, Gibsons, watch out! Rural facts. Roads. I mean, they're always doing road work, so
Yeah.
that might make sense.
I'm torn. I'm torn here. They got a lot of lakes, but also, what country's gonna have more moose than them? Right? Maybe like Russia or something. I feel like I just can't think of another option that would have more moose. Even though I think they have a lot of lakes too.
Yeah, it's gotta be one of those two. Well, it's
Yeah.
So
I'm
scroll.
gonna lean on lakes because again, moose seems too obvious. But also, where in the world would have more moose than Canada? If it's not Canada, what is the country with the most moose?
We have to look that up for sure. I'm gonna go with lakes as well.
Yeah.
Lakes.
Okay.
That's
What
right.
is more? Oh, world combined. Oh, maybe that's what I meant. Maybe it has. They don't know. Yeah, because I can't think of any country that would have more moose.
More lakes in the world's countries combined? Holy,
Yeah, I knew they had a ton. Like I was pretty sure it was lakes,
that's
but
intense. Yeah.
pure evil.
Yeah.
hmm
Can't confirm squirrel tax.
That's
All
true.
right. Well, good
Northern
deal.
squirrels are crazy.
With that said, happy Canada Day, everyone.
Oh yeah. Amazing.
Well, with that said, let's go ahead and transition over to your lesson as we keep looking at the Gospel of John. All right, let me get your PowerPoint set up here.
Go for it. Oh yeah, I just sent it like right before this. So.
All right. You're okay with the
Sweet.
Canadian flag? Is that appropriate?
Oh yeah, go for it. Keep it there.
Right.
I feel like there's something about Canada and late. I mean, I guess sometimes it's like lit there all year round. I don't know.
That's right. The northern
feel like
lights,
I've heard-
you can see them from.
I've never seen. I've tried so hard to see the northern. Anyways, I've tried super hard multiple times to see the northern lights, and then like 5 minutes off every time.
Wait,
Not my
I
bucket list.
thought you had to be like really far north to see the northern lights.
No,
Like,
you could see them from BC. I had friends that would see it and be like,
Really?
Jonah, we can see it from like this like place off campus. Like drive here, get here. And I'd get in the car with friends. We'd go and they'd be like, guys, it passed 5 minutes ago. Here's pictures. And we'd be like, no.
dude, they
So
were
many
just
times.
messing with you because you're an American.
No, but
There's
I think
no
no, they had like pictures that they like just taken in the northern lights. Unless there's some Snapchat filter or something. Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, sorry, that's a sore point.
Yes, I can tell.
Mhm. All right. Cool.
Right,
Are you guys cool? I'm just gonna pray to kind of open up our time here a little bit, just to kind of, maybe decompress a little bit. To get over my feeling like I missed out on the Northern Lights. And to get us into even more of a serious place of mind.
Okay.
God, thank you so much for sending your Son into the world to be the light. Thank you so much for the hope that we can have in you, and even in this dark time. And I pray that as I speak tonight, God, I would just be able to remind these kids of the hope that we can have in you, and of the hope that we have in your Son. And all this I pray in your name, amen.
Amen.
Awesome. So, as you guys know, you guys who have been here for the past couple weeks, actually maybe just one. Did we just start this last week? The I am statements? I think it was last week was our first one.
This is our first
Right?
one. Yep.
Yeah. So we're going through kind of the I am statements of Jesus and John. So last week we went over I am the bread of life. For those of you, just larger context, there are 7 I am statements that Jesus says in the book of John, and each of them point to kind of an aspect of his character. So today we're going to go over I am the light of the world. Can I have you move to the next slide, sir? Awesome. So, the world is kind of a strange place, and I think 2020 has shown us that. It's been a really, really hard year. Be it job loss, isolation, or missed events, this year's been tough for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. I know some of you guys maybe missed a graduation you were excited for. Some of you guys might have missed a prom. I know that was a big thing that got canceled. Some of you guys might have had to have a friend postpone a wedding. It's been hard. This year has been, sometimes a bit hopeless seeming. And what's tough, I think, is that so many of these things that have been kind of ripped away from us with this virus and with this year have been places where people put their hope. Personally, I put my hope and my identity sometimes in my ability to be around people. And that was kind of taken away from me. I think a lot of people put, their hope in their job and their ability to provide, and that was taken away from some people. And as believers, I want to say this before I say anything else. It's okay to be sad about these things. We're called to care about the world. When bad things happen, we're called to care. We're called to empathize. But at the same time, we shouldn't be surprised when we see this brokenness. It shouldn't take us, by surprise. Can we go to the next slide? The biblical authors for, ever since Genesis 3 aren't really that hot on how the world is right now. They're willing to call out things like they are. So from, one of the edgiest books of the Bible, maybe the edgiest, Ecclesiastes 1:2-4 says, meaningless as a teacher, utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. What do people gain from all their labors of which they toil under the sun? Generations come and generations go, but the earth remains forever. And man, in years like 2020, it's easy to see where he's coming from. It's easy to kind of see, that darkness and to see things in a really negative light. Can I go to the next slide? But as believers, we were never promised this life would be easy. This world is broken, it's dreary, it's dark, but this world isn't all that we have. As believers, we can have hope. We have hope in the life to come, hope that goes beyond this world, beyond these things that 2020 has taken away from us. As believers, we're some of the few people in this world right now who can have hope, because our foundation is secure. Can I move to the next slide again? So today we're going to be reading from John 8. There's kind of 2 instances I want to look at from it. The first is this story here, and the second is where kind of the I am statement is. But I think it's interesting that John puts these 2 kind of back to back, and I think that they kind of speak into one another in cool ways. So it says here, at dawn he appeared again in the temple courts, where all the people gathered around him. He sat down to teach them. So we have this idea of, there's kind of a crowd, which I actually never realized was a section that there was a crowd Jesus was teaching in the temples. Goes on to say, the teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman caught in adultery. They made her stand before the group and said to Jesus, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. In the law of Moses, Moses commanded us to stone such women. Now, what do you say?" They were using this question as a trap in order to have a basis for accusing him. But Jesus bent down and started to write on the ground with his finger. Next slide, please. So Jesus met this woman in her darkest moment. I think sometimes when we read this, we realize that this is a bad situation. And maybe we think about the danger she's in, right? People are threatening to stone her. But we sometimes might miss in the story is really just the shame that she would have had. Imagine being pulled in front of a group of people for the worst thing you've ever done, and publicly shamed. Not only would she be afraid, she'd be ashamed of what she had done. She would have been feeling worthless. And to be honest, what we miss in the story sometimes is that, according to the law, they should have stoned her. They had every right to. This woman did something really wrong, but Jesus doesn't respond how we might think, even though it might not have seemed, or even though the Pharisees were within the law. Jesus responds in a really different way. Next slide, please. When they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Again, he stooped down and wrote on the ground. At this, those who heard began to go away, one at a time. The oldest ones first, until only Jesus was left, with the woman still standing there. Jesus straightened up and asked her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" "No one, sir," she said. "Then neither do I condemn you," Jesus declared. "Now go and leave your life of sin." Can I go to the next slide? So Jesus meets this woman in her brokenness. He meets her in what is very likely the darkest thing she had ever gone through in her life. And what I find interesting is that he doesn't ignore her sin, right? He acknowledges it. He acknowledges that she messed up, that she made a mistake. He doesn't say that it was okay what she did, but what he does is he acknowledges it and then goes on to forgive her. He saves her from the Pharisees, and he gives her forgiveness, and he gives her a second chance. He gives her mercy. Even though we live in a world of darkness, we need to remember that we are forgiven, that the mistakes that we make, that the brokenness we are going through right now in our own lives isn't forever, but Jesus has given us a second chance at life in him. Next slide, please. So this is kind of the next section of the chapter. If you ask me, it seems like Jesus is talking at a different day, because it says there's Pharisees there, whereas the last section ends with the Pharisees all leaving. However, it does seem like Jesus is maybe talking to a similar crowd, just because of what it says here. It says, when Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows after me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." The Pharisees challenged him. "Here you are, appearing as your own witness. Your testimony is not valid." Jesus answered, "Even if I testify on my own behalf, my testimony is valid. For I know where I come from and where I am going, but you have no idea where I come from or where I am going. You judge by human standards. I pass judgment on no one. But if I do judge, my decisions are true, because I am not alone. I stand with the Father who sent me." In your own law, it is written that the testimony of two witnesses is true. I am one who testifies for myself. My other witness is the Father who sent me. Then they asked, "Where is your Father?" You do not know me or my Father," Jesus replied. "If you knew me, you would know my Father also." Maybe next slide. There we go. Jesus is the light of the world. In his earthly life, Jesus met people in the brokenness. He acknowledged the sin of the world. He didn't ignore it. He confronted it and he forgave it. Jesus' purpose on earth was to point people to the Father. This isn't something we just see in John 8. It's something we see time and time again, especially in the book of John. I think prominently of John 17, where Jesus says, I've come to glorify the Father, so glorify me. Jesus is here to point people to something better. He meets us all in our brokenness. He entered into this broken, sinful, dark world, and he pointed us to a life beyond. He died for our sins so that we can have hope in something better than this world. Jesus is the light in a dark world. As believers, we can have hope in something beyond this world as well, because we know Jesus. And through knowing Jesus, we know God. Jesus used his earthly life, again, to point to the Father. That's what he was doing, is pointing something better than the brokenness he saw, better than the brokenness he encountered. Next slide, please. Light of our world. Our world needs hope, especially in this troubled year. People are suffering. People are confused. They're scared. People are sad. It's been really tough. And even beyond COVID, there's so many things that have happened this year that have just been really, really difficult for so many people. And as believers, we know where people can find hope. We know that hope's not going to come in, a country handling everything perfectly. We know that hope's not going to come in even a vaccine for COVID. We know that hope isn't going to come and everybody just doing their part perfectly. Hope comes in something better. Hope comes in Jesus. As believers, we're called to be the salt and the light. Similar to how Jesus pointed to the Father, we're to point people to Jesus. We're to point people to God. We're to point people to something better than this world. And our mission should be that. That's what the life of a believer is: to point people to God, to live out Christ's example on earth, and to tell people about Jesus, to pass that on. We need to show them that behind all this chaos that's in the world is a God who's in control, a God who offers forgiveness, and a God who loves them, that's willing to enter into the broken world and to fix it, who's willing to enter into their brokenness and offer them a chance at redemption, in the same way that he entered into the world of the woman caught in adultery. And we need to, do our best as believers to have people, meet this Jesus and to show him to them. Can I have you go to the next slide, please? So I wanted to end off with a verse that we read a lot, but I think sometimes we miss something. 1 Corinthians 13:13. It says, "And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love." I think, especially as Protestants, we are really good at talking about faith, right? People who are Christians, if somebody asks me, I might say I'm a person of faith. It's part of kind of our Christian identity, and faith is super important, right? It's in this list. And love we talk about a lot too. I mean, if you read this passage, 1 Corinthians 13, the entire thing talks about love over and over again. It even says out loud, the greatest of these is love. And those two are super, super important. Faith and love are absolutely massive to the life of a believer, but sometimes we miss hope. I think it's really easy for us to look past hope when we read these three: faith, hope, and love. As believers, we're called to point people to hope. We're called to point people to hope in something better than this world. We're called to point people to God and the hope that he offers us. We're called to point people to the light of the world. Next slide, please. So as believers, we are called to have faith in the words of Jesus. We are called to have hope that God will have the ultimate victory. And we are called to love the world by pointing them to the Father. Ladies and gentlemen, as you look at this world and you see kind of the brokenness that has been so obvious in 2020, I want you guys to remember the hope that you have. Allow that hope to be guiding your life in this tough time. Some ways we can do that is by just spending time with God, and not just spending time, focusing on kind of the darkness of the world, but focusing on your own personal relationship with God. Another thing that you can be doing is going out and talking to others, people of faith or not, and reminding them of the hope that they can have in Jesus. Be encouraging one another in this tough time, because we know the light of the world. And as dark as things might be, we have light. Awesome. So can I have you go to the final slide here? Our shepherding group questions. As we split up into shepherding groups, I want you guys to talk over just these couple of points here. First, where have you put your hope throughout your life? For me, 2020 has been a great mirror to see that, right? I realized the things I've missed are things that, I was really putting my hope in. I was putting my hope in my identity, in my ability to be around my friends, and in the fact that people I knew liked me. And all that kind of went out the window with this year, with quarantine. Second, who in your life needs hope right now? As we talk about, going out and bringing hope to the world, sometimes it's really easy to miss the person next to us, the person we see every day that needs hope. So who's somebody in your life that needs hope? Third question is, how have you found hope in 2020? What have you been kind of leaning on to get through this year? Has it been Christ or has it been something else? And the final question, what would your life look like if you lived in full hope of Jesus' promises? What would your life look like if you were fully consumed with hope that we have in Jesus? That is all that I have. Thank you guys for listening. Sorry that was a bit of a serious one, moving from Canada Day to this world is darkness, but we have hope. It was a little bit of a transition, but I think it's something worth focusing on.
That's good. Thanks, Jonah. Appreciate that. Why don't we go ahead and close in prayer and send us off to our shepherding groups with that. I'll close this out. Jesus, we thank you for the hope that you give us. We thank you that you are light, as First John 1 describes, and in you there's no darkness at all. So we lean on you because of the light that you give us, the light that you've put in our hearts because of your Spirit. Allow us to see you clearly and not let other things cloud that, other things distract us. But allow us to focus on really who you are. Thank you for the fact that you love us. I pray that we would do all we can to show that love to others as well. Pray for these shepherding groups that they would also go well and that the discussion would be fruitful and glorifying to you. I pray these things in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, look at that. Jonah for prime minister.
Perfect. me see. I've got my uniform ready. Well, here's the thing, actually. So I've thought about this, right? I actually can't become a prime minister because I don't have natural citizenship. However, John Pro, I think, could technically become a prime minister, which is
My
true.
name kind of fits, Justin
It does.
Trudeau, right?
Wait,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
I
the
didn't realize that's
name
what that was.
my last name is actually French Canadian. That's
Oh, that makes sense. I was wondering that.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, so for tonight, we are actually not we're not gonna do Party Llama.
Mm-mm.
We're really, really sad about that.
Very sad.
Um,
Putting back tears as we speak.
yes, that's right. Totally. However, because it is Canada Day,
Mm.
because it's Canada Day, we need to
Yeah.
have the Canadian national anthem
Mm.
to end our time. So, with that said, that's right.
I don't know if they don't actually do that. Nobody puts their hand over the heart in Canada. It really threw me off the first time I went to a sports game. They would just like stood up. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's really weird. They don't do the whole hand-heart thing. I don't know why.
With that said, let's close with a Canadian national anthem, and after that's done, in about a minute or so, we will jump right off into our shepherding groups. You can find the links to those in the description of this YouTube channel. So go ahead and check that out. Jump on Zoom with us, and yeah, sounds good.
Do it.
We will see you guys over there.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, be true nor strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
That was
Love
super
it.
moving.
Absolutely
All right.
love it.
We will see you over in shepherding groups. The ID question just came up. ID is in the description of this YouTube show, particular show.
Junior high as well. I double checked it this time, so it
It
works.
is there. So we
Did
will
not
see
double
you
check
guys
it a
over
couple
there.
weeks ago, but yeah.
Adios.
And if it doesn't work for junior high,